welcome to Radio 103.5. I'm Harrison Calder here with Isaac Flesher. And so today we're going to talk about NBA free agency, but before we do, we have a sponsor.
We are sponsored by McDonald's.
Bum, 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 bum.
I'm loving it.
Alright, so I guess we'll start with the big name free agents, such as Kevin Durant, Kawhi Leonard, and Kyrie Irving. Where do you see them going, Isaac?
Honestly, free agency is a very, very unpredictable topic, but my heart is telling me, this is based off my heart, I really think Kevin Durant could end up with the Knicks, but I think that Kevin Durant might stay in Golden State. Some people are saying that if Kevin Durant could carry the Warriors to win the series, that he will leave the Warriors. I think that will make him stay. I think that's enough to show that Kevin Durant is a very important player to this super team, and they really do need him, and that he's not just going there for easy rings.
Personally, I mean, his offers might not be as big now with his current injury, assuming his injury is an Achilles injury, but we're just gonna see what happens. I think Kawhi Leonard, I think he'll stay in Toronto. I mean, why wouldn't he? I mean, he's been playing amazing, and their team is filled with amazing
we're getting a caller on the line from Joseph from Fort Lauderdale, Florida. Hello, Joseph. Welcome to the show.
Hi, it's just it's a real honor. I know you guys talking about free agency in general.
Where do we think players are Kyrie Irving and Kemba Walker going to go? Is that your question, Joseph?
Yeah.
I mean, we were getting to that. Let me finish with my Kawhi Leonard point. I think he will stay in Toronto. They have a great team filled with Kyle Lowry and more players.
I did not mean to interrupt you here, but it looks like our good friend Anthony Bazooka has just walked in to the studio. Anthony, we're glad to have you with us too. All right, Harrison.
Thank you. I'm glad to be here.
Okay. All right, so Kyrie Irving, I think it's honestly a 50-50 shot between the Lakers and the Nets. I think between those two teams, whatever team gives him the best offer for him, that's what he'll go with. Because he's talked about how he likes New York and Brooklyn in specific, and he's also talked about the Lakers. What do you think about Kemba Walker?
Well, I just want to keep adding on to Kyrie. So if you're saying that Kyrie does go to the Nets, you think that him and D'Angelo Russell, they could potentially team up, even though that 2-point guard, you think that would work out good for the Nets?
It's another point. D'Angelo Russell is also a free agent, so I do not think they will be signing back D'Angelo Russell if Kyrie Irving does sign. I think they'll go for someone, maybe like an Anthony Davis trade, or maybe a Kevin Durant type
I'm going to kind of disagree with you here. I don't think that it's necessary to unsign D'Angelo Russell. I think that he has a lot of potential, and I think if signing Kyrie Irving would be, that is completely not worth it to unsign D'Angelo Russell. He's looking very promising. He could be potentially the most improved player. Anthony, do you want to add anything?
I totally agree with you, Isaac. There's nothing more I could disagree with.
All right, well, I'm honest. I mean, I'm not discrediting D'Angelo Russell. It's just I don't think him and Kyrie will mix well together, especially with Spencer Dinwiddie and Karis LeVert as their backcourt. They don't need another. They should go for a Kevin Durant or a Tobias Harris.
They don't need to go for another point guard, but you think that Kyrie Irving is basically better than D'Angelo Russell, and that they should unsign D'Angelo Russell and replace him with Kyrie Irving?
Basically, yes. Kyrie Irving is definitely the better player, and he's more efficient. Okay, so on to our next topic. So in the MLB right now, who do you think's the hottest team, and how do you think they're playing right now?
The hottest team that I have is the Chicago Cubs. Now, my father might be from Chicago. Oh, we're getting another caller on the line. It's coming from Fort Lauderdale, Florida. Again, a lot of Fort Lauderdale fans. Hello, what is your name?
Hey, you said the hottest team right now is the Cubs?
I did say the hottest team right now is the Cubs.
I mean, I respect you. I love your show. I love you. No homo, but
Thank you.
I really would like.
We will get to the Minnesota Twins.
Minnesota Twins. Thank you, sir. Thank you for recognizing the best MLB right now. Your team is insane. 16 games. Literally, every aspect of their game is good. Opinions. Can you please rebuttal, maybe contest me a little bit?
All right, I will finish on that. The Twins are a very hot team right now. Their pitching is stellar. They're hitting bombs everywhere. Their fielding's amazing with Byron Buxton in center, holding down the fort. And then just assets that they picked up. Nelson Cruz is huge. And I mean, other players like Eddie Rosario, they've just been amazing. And so go ahead with your Cubs and explain how they're hot.
So, I think the Cubs are hot because I don't know if you guys saw, but they did sweep the rival, the Cardinals. I don't know if you guys noticed that.
It's a good series.
I think that's what makes them the hottest team. You know what player I think is doing really well for the Chicago Cubs? Kyle Schwarber. He had a really nice series against the Cardinals. I think he'll be able to continue that momentum that he has, making the Cubs one of the hottest teams in baseball. Except for they do have the Brewers right on their tail end. They also have a really good team with former Miami Marlin Christian Yelich.
Yeah, the Cubs are definitely a good team, especially with Javier Baez as a great player. So is David Bote. David Bote has just come onto the scene, famously known for his walk-off grand slam in the 9th inning against the Nationals last season. And he's just come hot this season, and he's looking to continue all of that. All right, so I think that's going to be all for our show today on 103.5. I'm Harrison Calder, here with Isaac Fleischer.
Oh
Thank
my
you.
God, we have another caller. Let's just wrap this up with another caller.
Hello. What's your name?
I know this was talking about free agents. You guys forgot to mention Kemba Walker. What do you guys think where he's going? What do you think his potential is?
Kemba Walker's going to Dallas. Thank you.
I say Kemba Walker stays with the Charlotte Hornets. Cody Zeller has a nice lemonade stand going on. I say he stays with the Hornets. It was great for you to call and ask one more question, but we really got to go. Thank you.
All right, and once again, this is 103.5. Thank you. I'm Harrison Calder. This is Isaac Fleischer. Thank you again.